Good morning. Wherever you are and however you are listening, we want to welcome you to the program Integrity Watch. Integrity Watch is a 1 hour radio program brought to you by the Center for Transparency and Accountability in Liberia. It is aired every Thursday on ECOWAS Radio 91.5 FM. It runs from 11 to 12 noon and is relayed on the following stations: Prime FM in Monrovia, Radio Bomi in Tubmanburg, Bomi County, Puma FM in Bomi County, Radio Kiagema in Ganta, Nimba County, Radio Bezon in Buchanan, Grand Bassa County, Magic FM, Buchanan, Grand Bassa County, Radio Ganga, and Parklet Radio in Bong County. So Integrity Watch is primary radio-based communication and information dissemination platform of the Center for Transparency and Accountability in Liberia. It is a key advocacy tool that provides essential information around the state of the fight against corruption, national integrity building efforts, as well as promotes the culture of accountability, transparency, integrity, and evidence-based decision-making across all sectors of Liberia. Under Center's National Integrity Building and Anti-Corruption Program funded by the government and people of Sweden through the Swedish International Development Cooperation Agency, or SIDAG, the radio program serves as an engagement platform that rallies citizens and other stakeholders support for the fight against corruption and bad governance in Liberia. As part of this program, Center has established the Advocacy and Legal Advice Center known as ELAC. The ELAC is an independent platform that enables citizens to freely report and seek redress to corruption and other integrity-related issues within their communities, places of work, and the country at large. At ELAC, there are a team of professionals, including lawyers, who are ready and willing to provide redress to whatever concern that you may take there to them. So we encourage our citizens to report and seek redress of corruption and integrity-related issues via the following means. We have the email address is elac@center.org.lr. The Facebook address is Center ELAC, or in uppercase, we have a hotline number that you can call, as well as we have walk-in services. You can walk in and be able to access. Maybe you want to have obtain legal advice. You can have legal advice obtained by our ELAC Center. You can also, you are having difficulties in accessing information. You can assist you in accessing information. For the matter of fact, we've already compiled all of the different legal instruments regarding the fight against corruption, laws governing the fight against corruption, and anti-graft laws. We've compiled all of them into a single book, so you can now access the law either on our website, or with the hard copies will be delivered to individual institutions concerned. So these are things we are doing. So the Integrity Watch radio program is very civil. It's a very civil platform, very informative, and it places zero tolerance on the use of invectives and denigrating comments. So the sustainable development goal number 4 talks about inclusive and equitable quality education and promotion of lifelong learning opportunities for all. It focuses on eliminating gender disparities in education and ensuring equal access to all levels of education and vocational training for vulnerable, including for the vulnerables, including persons with disabilities. So today, the Thursday, August 12th edition of the Integrated Watch radio program is playing host to the Association of University of Liberia Students with Disabilities. So Mr. Perkins T. Boye and Deddeh Morris are the president and vice president of the association, respectively. The two of them have accepted our invitation to appear via telephone on this program to talk about the work of the association in advocating for people with disabilities at the University of Liberia. So the University of Liberia has three known campuses so far, four campuses, but for the undergraduate program, we have the main campus, the Fender campus, and the campus in Sinjay. So currently they have the association on the main campus of the university, and they are advocating rather for people with disabilities, especially students who are enrolled at that university. So like we said, to attain the sustainable development goal number 4 requires inclusiveness and accessible quality education for all. People with disabilities, people living with disabilities, they are all part of this and ensuring that they have access to information. So we're going to dig deeper into the work of the association and how they are advocating for the rights of people with disabilities at the university, and how the university itself is working to attain the SDG goal number 4 for inclusive education, quality education for all. So these are things we'll be talking about. We'll be joining our guests later on during the course of this program. But before we go to our guests, we want to go to the next segment of our program, known as Little Things That Matter. Under Little Things That Matter, we are looking at governance and accountability. With this, we want to greet His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Liberia, Dr. George Manawia. Good morning, sir. Your Excellency, we want to draw your attention to a couple of things that we think are very important for your knowing and that you need about. Firstly, we want to talk about the Ministry of Transport. The Ministry of Transport is one of the revenue-generating ministries of the government of Liberia. The ministry is tasked with the responsibility of the issuance of driver licenses and vehicle registration. But that it means that the clients or the customers who will go there, they have to pay money to be able to access these services. So it brings revenue to the government of Liberia. But as it stands, I don't know whether it is part of the government's job creation strategy. There are a lot of individuals standing from outside of the ministry to the inside of the ministry. Everyone is doing his or her own thing. There's no clear guideline indicating that if you came for driver lessons, this is the first step. You have that one, and you proceed to this point, you go to this, go to that point. Clearly written that those who are going there, they will not get confused about what the process is or what the processes are. If it is about the vehicle registration, you clearly state visibly rather, that those who are going there, they can see that the first step is to go and do this one. The next step is to go to this point. The third step is to go to this point, and the fourth one is to go do this one. There's nothing at all. From outside, in fact, people who are standing outside will start to ask you, what have you come to do? How can we? And someone asked the other guy, is it you who's supposed to be helping me or the ministry is supposed to be helping me? Granted. But then the essence of those guys or the people you see engaging you, asking you, they want to intercede, they want to be the one to mediate on your behalf. So they will collect your document. In fact, when you ask them process, they will explain complicated process to you that you yourself will not even you will not understand. You will to talk about waiting to go through that process. In order to have this presentation, I ministry myself and I subjected myself to the process because I wanted to know what people go through. People ask me to work on my behalf. I said no, because I wanted to know what happens along the way. We were seated, and there are so many good things that happen at the ministry. In order to obtain license, you have to do your art test. Very important requirement. Very important. To be a driver, you must have very clear eyesight to be a good driver. So they ask to do it, and after that you go and do the other tests, the driving tests, which is very important. But I said this to you, Your Excellency, 90% of those who obtain driver lessons for the Ministry of Transport don't go through the tests. They don't. They only go there, the people who intercept you from out. You pay money to them. As far as they get the money, they take your whatever piece of information you carry, they take they take it inside. See, you'll be inside go begin your process. The following thing, you go and do your payment. After your payment, in less than 15 minutes, you obtain your driver lesson. The process is very, very simple and short, but they make it complicated so that people can be subjected to paying bribes. Your Excellency, this is wrong. The people can have access service and they be subjected to paying bribe. If you say that the driver lesson is $45, whether 30 or 45, people pay even more than that to obtain driver lessons. Vehicle registration, the same thing. You have to be subjected to all of these processes, and people come and get involved. Too many human interactions, Your Excellency. You need to take take some time out and ask the minister what's happening at the ministry. No one is in charge. I spent more than 30 minutes in that ministry. There was nobody who came to supervise what was happening on the ground. Everyone is doing his or own thing. Your Excellency, please, Minister Samuel Wulu, please make sure that the right things are done at that ministry. Let the people access the services that are required and let the government generate the needed revenue. Rather than people, shortcutting or doing all of this interceding for people and to in order to get bribe, for them to pay bribe, we need to do away with these things, Your Excellency. Please, it's very important. The next thing we want to talk about, we want to draw the President's attention to we are concerned about the high wave of allegations of corruption and disappearance of resources under your administration, Your Excellency. And all of these things are happening. We have not heard you saying anything about them. We want to congratulate the National Port Authority. Yesterday they had a press conference and they said they have subjected the guys to. They have asked the LCC to now take over the guys from the port of Buchanan. They have been turned over to the LCC for further investigation and prosecution. So we say kudos to the NTA. However, we hope that this is not business as usual, that people will be subjected to investigations. And when those investigations are done, whether they are concluded, we don't know, inconclusive investigations. We hope this will not be one of the cases. We ask the LSCC to please take this very seriously. The resources of our country cannot be disappearing. People cannot be mismanaging country's resources at the detriment of the people, while the vast majority of the people are subjected to abject poverty. This has got to stop. Resources must be accounted for, and those who are in charge of managing our resources will be held liable for whatever that may go wrong. So thanks to the NTA management, the NPA management rather, we hope that the LDCC and the investigative team will do it as speedily as possible. We also want to, as we talk about that, we say thank you to that, and we also want to bring the president's attention to the issue about him giving directive to institutions of government to investigate a particular matter, and it's very important. But coming to the logical conclusion is where the problem is. Your Excellency, is far above 30 days. The situation at the LWSC, the Liberia Water and Sewer Corporation. You asked the GAC to audit. Where are we with the audit report, Your Excellency? You said 30 days, within 30 days. It's far above 30 days. Is it the same thing we did with the appointment of the Auditor General, where we went way outside of the law, the required time frame by law? Your Excellency, we cannot continue to violate, say things and then we don't live up to the commitment, what we say to the people of Liberia. We committed ourselves to doing a particular thing, and then we don't live within the time frame that we tell the people. Your Excellency, please, we are listening, and we hope that the GAC may have conducted its report, its audit, and if that has been done, Your Excellency, we look forward to you to executing executing the recommendations of that audit. Please, Your Excellency, we're looking forward to you. Today is August 12th, and nothing has been heard. What happens is, when these things are happening, you ask institutions to investigate, and nothing comes out of it. People tend to start. It derailed the trust of the people in the government and the leadership of the government. Your Excellency, that's what happens. So if you continuously investigate, reports are submitted to you, reports are submitted to institutions, investigations are done, and nothing happens with those reports. Audit recommendations are submitted, and audit recommendations just go and nothing happens. I mean, Your Excellency, it shows the trust of the people. And I'm not sure you, as the leader of the country, will want the people not to trust you when you say things, Your Excellency. So we plead with you to kindly do the right thing, sir. And we look forward to ensuring that, to seeing the audit report out and recommendations implemented. Thank you ever so much. Because of the sake of time, we want to have lengthy discussion with our guests. So we will now stop here and we take a break. When we come back, we will connect with our guests and then we'll begin our discussion. Take a break. Okay. Welcome. Welcome back. Welcome back to the program, Integrity Watch. Like we said, it's a 1 hour radio program brought to you by the Center for Transparency and Accountability in Liberia. So, like we said initially in introduction, the Sustainable Development Goal number 4, it talks about inclusive and equitable quality education and the promotion of lifelong learning opportunities for all. It focuses on eliminating gender disparities, education, ensuring equal access to all levels of education and vocational training for vulnerable, including persons with disabilities. So today, the Center for Transparency and Accountability in Liberia Integrated Watch Radio Program is playing host to the Association of University of Liberia Students with Disabilities. So Boye, Perkins T. Boye, the president of the association, and his vice president is Morris. The both of them are on the line. We will begin with Perkins. Perkins, good morning and welcome to the Integrated Watch Radio program. Okay. Okay, so we have Deddeh Morris is on the line. She's the vice president for the association, and we want to say to you, Deddeh, welcome to Integrated Watch Radio program.
Thank you. Thank you this morning for having me on.
Okay, right. So we introduce Deddeh is the vice president of the Association of University of Liberia Students with Disability, and Perkins is the president of the association. So Perkins, let's. Yeah, please let's begin. Let's begin that. Perkins, tell us about the association quickly. Okay. Okay, Deddeh, you are the vice president of the association. Tell us what do you do as vice president of the Association of University of Liberia Students with Disabilities? Tell us what are some of the activities that you are involved with as vice president?
Being a vice president, some of the activities I'm involved with, making sure that the disabled have equal access on the university campuses, making sure the disabled are being accepted in society, being accepted by their fellow colleagues, and the university will have accessibility to persons with disabilities.
Okay, you just talked about accessibility. It's a known fact in Liberia that public institutions, public buildings, they are not disabled friendly. There are so many ministries and agencies, so many schools, universities, high schools, universities that are not disabled friendly. So how are you working with the administration of the university to ensure that disabled students have access to different classes on the University of Liberia campus? Let's begin with that. Yeah.
We as an association, we have just it. So in that bound, we have tried to engage the administration first with and they are getting all the assurance that they will work with the students' bodies, especially the disabled students' bodies, to make sure that they will have accessibility on the campus. So it is not only based on the university campus, it is not because we are students of the university, so our advocates will only be done on the university. We will also engage into government areas where there is a need for people to have access. We will also engage to that. But for now, we as an association have just begun, and our initial beginning is from the university. That is where our primary focus is right now.
Okay, Perkins, tell us your engagement so far with the university administration. How are your engagements with the university? What are you getting? What feedbacks are you getting from the administration?
Access to University of Liberia's administration has become disciplined, and we realize that we have had series of meetings with the university's administration to make the recommendations and also formulate the challenges that we face on a daily basis on the campus of the University of Liberia. And these recommendations are normally addressing bringing to the U.S. administration as well to the Department of Student Affairs or the President Office of Student Affairs. And most of what they have recommended has not been adhered to, and there's no effort on the part of the University of Liberia or willingness to try to address these concerns. They will come to the meeting, they will make a statement, they will make in that direction, but then to finalize that, implementation of this commitment continue to hello.
Yeah, go ahead. We're listening.
Continue to be a very serious problem in terms of implementation. Now, when we told the University of Liberia that our police we find it extremely difficult to access practice upstairs, for example.
Okay.
But then consistently our police found practice being scheduled upstairs, and there is no elevator or no other means available on the campus for our police to access these classes.
Okay.
And it will take over 2 semesters for these schools to come or to reappear, and thus the students will stay of us person with disability on the campus of the University of Liberia. That's one. Another thing we are grappling with the difficulties of commuting to and from campus.
Okay.
I think it's the thing that we persons with disability will have to fight on other commercial buses or commercial vehicles, and even of the buses that are used by the university, that are written by the university students from campus. Most of these buses, all of them students with disability, pay the same amount that all other students pay
Okay.
to use those charging areas. And we find it extremely difficult for me to on campus. So we recommended that the administration should be going to take in a direction back, creating, or bringing a vehicle to the form of a bus or whatever means to commute students to the to and from campus. I say to say that even if how would I put it, dormitory.
Yeah.
The dormitory
Okay. So, I agree. I agree that there are chain of command. Okay, let's hear you.
Yeah, the thing is, every time what they will student assess, they will give for the assurance that they will reach to the president of the president. Whatever they come up with will reach back to us. It's getting by the first March till now, they haven't giving us any result as to our request being made. You won't believe when I was in the university, I even went to the students assess. They are asked about the dormitory fees, and they say it was 190 per semester. I said, even disabled people 190, they say yes. And looking at the days from where I used to go on campus, it was something that new could not continue.
Okay.
So the only thing I did was to be stopping by a friend near the campus, which I'm doing now. So they say the students assess will give all the assurance, and nothing will be done at the end of it.
So I mean, like you in your case, there may not be all of the students may not have the same opportunity, according opportunity that you have right now to have a friend who accept that you could be with them and while you go to school. So it means that people with disabilities they've been denied access to education because of all of the reasons that you outlined. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Deddeh, I want to go to Deddeh. Deddeh, I learned, like you said, you live in there right now, and you are stopping with a friend. Uh, how are you accessing your classes? You use wheelchair, right?
Yeah.
How do you access your classes? Do you have accessible classes in Fender that you can be able to attend classes regularly?
Yeah, sometimes it is not every class.
Okay.
Like this semester, I had a class. I did a plenty, and the only time that I have to do that course was upstairs. So when the class fell upstairs, I went to student affairs and they tried to bring it back downstairs.
Okay.
So the way the instructor told me was, he was same as those shooting online at the unit till the year or let's say final.
Okay.
Until final, which he will give my final. And I did. But the thing is, the way you be sitting with your friends and grabbing notes, it is not the way when you are sitting and grabbing notes. So that is one of the things. It is not always. Sometimes that the first semester when I first enter, I have a lot of challenges, especially going to classes. Where an academic building, sometimes you reach there, you have to wait for some of the police to help you put you upstairs. And it's not there. I think I have 2 classes in the morning. Even if you really come in, you have to sit at the entrances of those buildings. Only to see someone that will have to pay the you to help with the so the thing is the university is not getting free to persons with disability. So if you for yourself in a situation like having a class upstairs, you have only 2 options. Either you have a course for that semester, or if the instructor is willing to bring it down, to bring the class downstairs, that means you will enter the class and that's all. But if the instructor is not willing, there's no option where you have a course. So that is the thing.
Okay, to the both of you, do you see the state-run University of Liberia fulfilling the SDG goal number 4, which speaks about inclusive, equitable and quality education, promotion of lifelong learning for all, and opportunity for all? Do you see that being fulfilled by the state-run university with one of these challenges you just outlined?
No. The University of Liberia is a model university for all universities, and they should have been one taking a leading role. So if you are a model of the other universities and you are not taking a lead role, what do you expect from the others? So the thing is, they are not even implementing the SDG. The last time the president was even on mentioning that they had a poster of the new university where we have all these things put into place. If you get waiting now, see what would that even the foundation it was before president disability will start to attend classes. So they are not even implementing the SDG more.
Okay. Perkins, you wanted to come in. Perkins, you wanted to come in. Just come in quickly so that we can go to the calls. Yeah. To listen to you. Okay. All right. You're listening to the program Integrated White. It's a 1-hour radio program brought to you by the Center for Transparency and Accountability in Liberia. It's aired every Thursday on ECOWAS Radio 91.5 FM. So today we are playing host to this the Association of University of Liberia Students with Disabilities. So we have on the line Perkins Boye. Perkins Boye is the president of the association, and Deddeh Morris serves as the vice president. So the both of them have been on the line, and we are on the line discussing issues about people with disability at the University of Liberia campus. So we'll say to Perkins and Deddeh, we'll leave you there, and please listen to the radio, and then listen to 91.5 FM, and let's take few calls, and we'll rejoin you so that we can have your input and conclude the program. So just be there, and we'll rejoin you quickly. All right. So the numbers to call to be part of this program: 0779 000691, 0779 000691. Today we are talking about students with disabilities at the University of Liberia main campus right here on Capitol Hill. How are they accessing classes? How are they faring with with accessibilities and movement on the University of Liberia campus? Is the University of Liberia fulfilling SDGs goal number 4, which talked about inclusive, equitable, quality education and promotion of lifelong learning opportunities for all? Or what? Where are we? Where do we stand right now? We have our first caller on the line. We'll take that first caller. Good morning, caller. Your name and where are you calling from? Good morning. Your name and where are you calling from? Mr. Fire, let's hear you.
Okay, I would like to appreciate you first for the program for discussion.
Mm-hmm.
And you see, like my colleague was right. It's a topic thing that caused some of us to jump on the university.
Okay.
And we found ourselves today in private university where we cannot be able to sponsor ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of the day, we just decide to be set. We just decide to stay. It's not that we don't have passion for learning, but the challenges are very much special for people that live with disabilities.
Okay.
Discrimination is so high. And even when you check on the campus there, one of the main things that really used to give us awesome was, this fighting for children, all of clapping on them and all of the even when you stood around a class, you found it difficult. If you ask the folks, please help me up. Sometimes it can be so hard. The person will say, I'm rushing, I need to find space to be out there. I'll sit down and be SG. Then at the end of the day, some of us will not bear attention. Being so much discriminated.
Okay.
So I believe that maybe this is not a difficult thing. The government will want to try to find some ways that they can be able to accommodate us. And maybe some of us will still have opportunity. Okay, then you roll back.
So Fire, what are you doing now? It means that you dropped out of the university, and what are you doing now? You're not going to school, it means?
I decided to enroll at private university.
Okay.
I attend like 4 to 5 semesters, but I could not give up
For the fees.
At the end of the day, I have to travel.
Okay.
Because what I really do 33 to sponsor myself.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of the day, they need to see somebody coming to your aid.
All right.
And going to one person, going to somebody asking for assistance, how much so much you give. Promise. And at the end of the day, they give somebody to keep. So, even when they promise you, if they're not fulfilled, you have no way to carry them.
Of course not.
So I just decided to stay and then start to generate some funds to the business.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the end of the day, it's a vocational system and get all the things.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Your inputs are well noted. So the number to call 0779 0000691 is 0779 0000691. So that's the number to call to be live on the program Interpreted Watch, and we are talking about the Association of University of Liberia Students with Disabilities. So we've been having on the line Perkins and Deddeh. They are both the president and vice president of the association, and they have been on our line talking about the work they are doing at the University of Liberia. So the program is Interpreted Watch. It's a 1-hour radio program brought to you by the Center for Transparency and Accountability in Liberia. It's aired every Thursday on ECOWAS Radio. It's relayed on different stations across 6 counties in Liberia. So we're trying to place spotlight on the work of the Association of University of Liberia Students with Disabilities. Is the government of Liberia for keeping working in line with fulfilling the Sustainable Development Goal number 4, which calls for inclusive, equitable, quality education. We have a caller on the line. Good morning, caller.
God bless you. How are you?
I'm doing well. Let's hear you, sir. Calling from. Okay, sir, Mr. Wilson. Okay.
I want you guys to be very strong because the people will get it to make that university accessible for people is an ambitious thing.
Okay.
I want to wish that master of you go and program master program all the classes they are in the car.
Okay.
We're not able to get there. I will withdraw, we are facing time to pull our master. So please do the work we are supporting you. We have not done the work we are going to our master with university. The university will pull our master, they are getting the car. And we are in which years who are teachers from the down to get you straight to area yourself.
Okay.
So please we are supporting you guys. Let them make university accessible for we the people. Thank you very much.
All right. Okay. And we must take this on the radio. We must give credit to the AME University. I visited the campuses of the AME. I visited the AME main campus the last time, and I was impressed. They have a department solely for people with disabilities. So, I mean, they have everything. They not have everything, but they have a setup that people with disability, people who are visually impaired, they can be able to have, their work and have a department that can cater to their concern. That is very important. So we have another caller on the line. Good morning, caller. I'm doing well. Let's hear you. I mean, where are you calling from? Sir, would you please lower the volume? Please lower the volume of your radio so that we can get it clearly. Let's hear you. Yeah, Danisha, let's hear you. Yeah, let's hear you now. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right.
When it comes to people with disabilities, I've seen so, I've seen so tired about them. I've seen so concerned, always concerned about them because there are people who do not have the ability that those who have strength that can move from one end to another.
Okay.
So I think government is to pay more concern to those people and put my anything into building the system. So much challenge. There's so much challenge to the extent that there are some issues that need to be, social into play, role, maternity, and that put into play. So it's very looking at kind of setback for our government university in Liberia. Anything about the AME, university, having a department that can provide those maternity for people with disabilities. I think the government so compare in that direction.
Of course.
Those people with disabilities have a kind of, suitable learning
Environment.
atmosphere.
Okay.
It's very, very, I want to appreciate, that disability, and it's not a constraint. Those situations that they've been going through, even those with disability who have the kind of to learn their start down because it's not given them.
Mm-hmm.
It's that great is mine. As a colleges, it's a collectively people, you try to do something in that direction and they look at themselves and say, oh, but I cannot make it.
They see themselves as failure. Okay. Thank you so much. Your line is. Oh, okay. Thank you. I appreciate your concern, your comments. Okay, so I mean, the guys, like they said, they've made some recommendations to university. They asked for the short-term proposals they made. Bring our classes. Let us submit the names of the individuals who are part of our association and people who have disabilities. We can submit their names. Then when you're doing your planning, you're doing the scheduling, you can bring their classes to classes that are accessible, that are low, that they can be able to access those classes. Those are suggestions, short-term suggestions they brought. And then there are long-term ones. The long-term ones can be addressed later, but the ones that can be addressed that fall within the purview of the university, those are things that they are stressing for the University of Liberia to make sure that their classes, all of their classes are accessible they are placed in classes that they can be able to go, not upstairs, but downstairs. They can go there. People in wheelchair can roll in their wheelchairs into the classes and attend the classes. And there are other things that they are trying to put forward. So they are on the line. They are listening to us right now, and they were going to be taking notes so that they can be able to respond to some of the things that you are saying. So the program you are listening to is called Interpretive Watch. It's a 1-hour radio program brought to you by the Center for Transparency and Accountability in Liberia. It is aired every Thursday on ECWAS Radio 91.5 FM, and it's relayed on different stations across 6 counties in Liberia. So if you are following us live on Facebook via our live Facebook feed, Integrity TV, you can leave your comments and we'll read out your comments so that our guests can discuss and address those comments. So we say thank you for being there, for watching us. Let's continue the program. So SDG, the Sustainable Development Goal number 4, it calls for equitable. Yes, we have a caller on the line. Good morning, caller. Okay, we lost that caller. SDG goal number 4 talks about inclusive and equitable quality education, the promotion of lifelong learning opportunities for all. For all, it means that people with disabilities, people who are visually impaired, people who, whatever disability you have, you can have access to education. So it focuses on the elimination of gender disparity in education and ensuring equal access to all levels of education, vocational training for the vulnerable, including people with disabilities. So these are goals that the government of Liberia, the 17 goals. I remember the government of Liberia, they have they've adapted, they signed up to these goals, and they've already localized the goal. That's the goal that was translated and was aligned. It has been aligned with the Pro Agenda for Prosperity and Development, the PAPD. So the SDG is aligned with the PAPD, and it has been domesticated. So when you domesticate a law, we have a caller on the line. Good morning, caller. Good morning, caller. Good morning. Okay, I think that caller is not on the line again. Good morning, caller. Okay, good morning.
Good morning.
Your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Boye and Deddeh. I'm a general secretary of the University of Liberia Association of Disabled Students, and I'm called from here to West Johnsonville.
Okay, cool. Now let's hear you.
I want to thank the president, Mr. Perkins T, for this talk. I want to say that the University of Liberia authorities need to listen to us. We too are part of society.
Of course, yes.
We are engaging them, especially with the student affairs office. We're engaging them, but up to now we haven't gotten any information from them.
Okay.
So I want to use this time again to call on them to try to listen to us so that we can see how best we can put this thing to rest. And I also want to thank our president. Thank you so much, Mr. President, for us. You have been doing exceedingly well. Thank you. God bless you.
Okay. All right. All right. Thank you so much. Thanks for your comments. So we'll be rejoining our guests on the line so that we can be able to talk to them. They've been listening to the different callers. We'll join them on the line very shortly so that we can talk to them to have their concluding comments. So we have Deddeh on the line. Deddeh, you've been listening to the callers. What do you make of their comments?
I want to say thank you to all those that called me that support. Yeah, as we have been saying, I think all the callers came and they said the same thing.
Okay.
If the university will empower machines that we share, but those proposals that we gave them, I think what all we have was smooth education. We all have a smooth ground. So, in fact, all of us, they will go down now. Now, very have the mindset of the university. You won't believe what you do. If you're like, yes, so I want to go with the walk up on the day.
I know.
So, because of that, they have lost courage of following their education. So, if the university can try to do some
Okay, Perkins, Perkins on the line. Perkins, let's hear you. What do you make of the comments?
I listened to Fire and almost like Fire was directly
Mm-hmm.
I think the first
Yeah.
the level of the issue of stress and capacity
Mm-hmm.
to get cheers.
Yeah, I know.
So when I go to class and I see my colleague, for example, trying to go and one holiday get a cheer, even though it is assistant or assistant, it's sort of more demeaning. It's demeaning.
Okay.
In the sense that almost people might not always be willing
To help you.
they might already be present
Mm-hmm.
to have the assistance.
Yeah, sure.
If there is, it's just if there's recommended to just to do.
Mm-hmm.
We told them that in order to practice, we should have at least 2 years
For
practice that will be advanced. That will be exclusively for use for
person with disability. Perkins, let's quickly get your parting call so that we can get to Deddeh, and then we go have time not in our favor. Let's get a parting comment.
So yeah, so I'm not saying again Mr. Victor Wilson.
Okay.
He's a big girl that has been encouraging us, and we want to say that if I continue,
Mm-hmm.
we will constrain the government to ensure that they begin to pay attention to us, providing things that are needed to improving our learning opportunities.
Thank you.
Opportunities that we are
Thank you. Thank you so much, Perkins.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
To ensure that these things are done.
Thank you. We have Deddeh on the line. Deddeh, let's get our parting comment quickly.
I want to say thank you for hosting us again on your platform. And we are calling on all the disabled students in the University of Liberia to join so that we can fight for our rights. It is only us that can give freedom to ourselves.
Sure.
It is not other people. So thank you so much for hosting us this morning.
Thank you. So the program you've been listening to is called Integrity Watch. It's a 1-hour radio program. In order to contact our ALAC, the number to call is 4432 to call our ALAC to report your issue about corruption. My name is Sam Zota. I'm the Media and Communications Officer at the Center for Transparency and Accountability in Liberia. My colleague, Mark Bandau, has been behind the camera, making sure our visibility goes beyond the studio. Join us next Thursday for another edition of the program. Goodbye.